Hey everybody, welcome to another midweek moment. You know, I tend to be a thinker. I'm constantly analyzing situations and people and processing problems and trying to make sense of all of it. It's like my mind never shuts off. And so when people ask me, what do you think of 2020? I mean, there's so many things that go through my mind. And maybe the same for you. What do you think of this year? It's been a strange year. It's a year that most of us would say we don't want to repeat. We just want to move on from. Let's just be done with 2020 so that we can get on to better things. 2020 has been a challenge. And that means that maybe as we celebrate Thanksgiving this week, we're thinking, yeah, there's not a lot to be thankful for. Especially in recent weeks, as we've seen the uptick in COVID cases and things begin to shut down again and restrictions put in place, and now we're being told that we should stay home and that Thanksgiving is going to look different this year for us. And we think, what do we have to be thankful for? You know, these are all the things that I think through, that I process on a daily basis. But you know, the Bible invites us not just to think things through, but to thank things through. Listen to these words that Paul shares in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Be joyful always. Pray continually. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. Did you catch those concluding words? Give thanks in all circumstances. Don't just think things through. Think things through. This last week, I had a chance to sit down and visit with one of our older members here at St. John's. This is a woman who's in her 90s, and this has been a tough year for her. She's struggled with her health, she's lost her husband, and now her future is unknown. Where is she going to be moving forward? She doesn't know. And yet as we sat down and as I read these words to her, I saw a woman who started to gush with gratitude. There was so much that she was still thankful for, that she was grateful for in her life. You know, Paul says to give thanks in all circumstances, not for all circumstances. There's a lot right now that is not good. And it would be easy just to grumble about it. But Paul invites us to find ways to be grateful even in the midst of it. And that gratitude comes as we begin to take God's perspective on all of this. It's not all good, but God is up to good in the midst of it all. See, sometimes we can't control what happens around us, but we can control what happens within us. We can choose how we respond to it. And researchers will tell us that when we choose to practice gratitude, it's a game changer. People who consistently practice gratitude, people who are not just thinking it through, but people who are thanking it through, are people that are happier, they're less stressed, they're healthier, they sleep better, they're more productive in what they do, they live better lives. So this year, as we celebrate Thanksgiving, I know that we have a lot to think about, but I pray that you'll also find ways to be thankful. In fact, I'd invite you in the comments section below just to share some of those things this year that you are grateful for, in spite of the challenges, in spite of the struggles, in spite of the setbacks. How can we continue to think it through? Drop your comments below. And then if you're able, join us for Thanksgiving worship. either on site, Thanksgiving Eve at 7 or Thanksgiving Day at 9, or online, Thanksgiving Day at 9 a.m. or on demand on our YouTube channel. Let's continue to give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for us in Christ Jesus. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you again next time.